bursting with gift ideas for every swimmer. SwimOutlet.com. Search for that unique stocking stuffer or perfect holiday surprise. As always, low price guarantee and free shipping on $49. SwimOutlet.com. Give the gift of swim this season.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, December 19th, 2014. I'm Tiffany Elias. Now today's Swimming World looks back to see where some of the big stars were at back in March at the Mesa Grand Prix. Now let's go back in time and listen to what Nathan Adrian, Ryan Lochte, Katie Ledecky, and more had to say about where they were approaching their big end-of-season meets.
Breeja Larson's back in Mesa, 200 breaststroke. I mean, tell me how a 228 feels.
My lungs feel like they're bleeding. No, it was a lot of fun. I thought I was going pretty slow because I was with Ollie at the beginning in prelims, and she took off, man. She did great. So I'm really happy that I went 2 seconds faster this morning.
And it's your first long course meet of the season. I mean, were you even expecting to go under 230? Did you have any expectations?
My goal is to go under 232, so I'm really happy.
What's the difference? Obviously, you have a very long stroke in short course. I mean, is it even longer in long course?
Yeah, I really love long course. I'm able to stretch out a little bit more and actually feel my stroke before the ball hits. So my long stroke breaststroke feels a lot better than my short course.
So in these 3 weeks or so since NCAA's, what's been the focus? I mean, obviously you got to get adjusted to long course, but what's been the biggest kind of target for you?
I think honestly, like right now in the season, just to find ways to have fun. It's going to be a long summer. I've never trained all through the summer until August, so it's going to be like an extra month and a half of training. So right now I'm just trying to get as excited and happy about swimming as possible to make it a little bit easier.
Well, I'm sure you're just over the moon. I mean, American record at NCAA's. I mean, how could you not be excited about swimming right now?
I'm really excited for this season. It's going to be good.
Well, good. We're looking forward to it. Thanks, Breeja.
No problem.
North Baltimore, now wearing North Baltimore shirt there. Doing very well today. How was that 400 free prelim for you?
Oh, it felt really good. I was happy with my time, and it was great to race against all those amazing competitors, so I'm happy with it.
Tell us what convinced you that you wanted to move up to Baltimore.
Well, I was just watching, I remember reading all the stories back in, September and October about all the fast people who were moving there, and I just always, thought that was just so amazing, just to be in that group, how amazing that must be for all the people there. So, I was kind of looking for a change, too. I like to change things up every now and then, and I just couldn't stop to get this group out of my head, so I contacted Bob and said that I could come and try it out.
So tell me about the tryout. What was it like for you? What was different?
It's hard. Well, I've never done really much dry land before, so right there, that was, a huge, I'm terrible at dry land still. I mean, ask anybody, I'm so bad at it. So that was a big change that added a lot of, I think I've gotten a lot stronger since I've been here. And then, also, everything there is about swimming, and everyone, the atmosphere too. I mean, it's just such an amazing atmosphere because everyone wants to be fast. Everyone, and everyone cheers each other on. They're all so positive and competitive, and in just the best way. It's really amazing.
And I'm sure you had some people to race with you and work out and when you were down in Florida, but now this is so much different, I imagine.
Yeah, it's very different, because these athletes are these are the best of the best here, and I'm just really excited to be a part of that.
Besides the dry land, in the pool, what would you say has been kind of the biggest change for you?
Well, we swim a lot more. I mean, we have doubles just about every day. And, then always racing somebody. There's always, someone who's going fast. You can't, if you have a bad day, everybody just crushes you. So you can't have any bad days. And, also the practices, they're always very creative and, thought out. And, it's just always, it's really cool.
That's cool.
A really cool, everything about it's so cool there.
Well, I know
it's like swimming heaven.
I know you were also doing very well in open water. You still going to focus on that as well?
Oh yeah, I'm going to do open water nationals and, see how that goes.
Okay, well good. It was good to see you back racing today, and good luck in finals.
Thank you.
Group, well, Michael's like a microcosm of my group. we haven't had a meet since January, so for various reasons. So they're kind of feeling the effects. It's kind of like they're remembering how to do it. I bet tomorrow they're a lot better.
Is he going to swim the 50 butterfly and the 50 freestyle?
I plan to have that happen.
And what do you hope to gain from?
Just have another swim. I mean, it's kind of like the program wasn't that great, and you know, honestly, I had to enter this meet like in December or something, right? It was like, I was like, I don't know, 100 fly maybe and 100 free. But see, 100, because those were on the same day, you had to pick one. And then I think the only thing tomorrow, like he wasn't going to do 200 back or 4 AM or 2 free, so 50 was kind of the only thing left. So I think it'll be good for him to kind of work on that stroke a little bit and see what kind of speed he has. And that's kind of a ways for him to do that freestyle. I think we've practiced that before.
Bob, are you and Michael picking up where you left off, or as far as same types of training, warm up, daily plan, or
his training is much different. I mean, his training is half. Might be, in some places, a third.
Will you get back to where you were, or it's going to be
never
completely
go back?
different?
And I think it's working, right? What we're doing is working for these races. Now, I don't think it works for 17 swims in 8 days, but it might work for 6 or 7 swims in shorter races. So I think that he has done a really good job, and it's going to go up. But just at the point where we are, I think it's really quite good.
So that wouldn't work for Allison?
No.
How are you building your training philosophy for Phelps now? Is this all something new to you, since it's a different athlete compared to anybody that you've...
Well, it's actually kind of fun. I'm sort of experimenting with stuff that I didn't have the guts to do before because, I couldn't...
Like what?
Well, just not swim as far. Do something more fast. He's only been training once a day, basically, right? We did a couple doubles in Colorado, maybe a couple when we got home. But, he's only really coming in the afternoons and just doing a nice job. So it's been pretty... I'm very pleased with how he's doing.
Then why even go triples in Colorado
Because
Springs?
he can't clear his lactate like we'd like. There's a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to recover faster. It's not going to be just can you do 1, it's can you do 3, and then do something else, maybe some relays. The program's got to be bigger. Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Bob, can I ask you to elaborate a little bit? The training philosophies are changing a lot from what the old school used to be with long distance, lots of workouts. There's been a lot of new talk coming up with the different types of training associated with Michael Andrew.
Right.
What is your take on that? How are you adapting that into Michael Phelps now?
Well, I think it's everything is good, right? But it's like this. If the short rest, short pace swimming, fast race pace swimming thing is good. It's like spinach, it's really good for you. But I'm not going to eat spinach every day. So it's a variety for me, right? Everything kind of works in a holistic thing. And all of these new things, which people think are new, are not really that new. Jim Montrell was doing 25s with his backstroker in 1976, and it worked. Same thing, same program. So it's kind of cyclical, and what I try to do is take the best parts of that, and we have done something relatively similar, and I plan to actually do something a little more similar going forward, but kind of mixing it with the other things we do, which I think are really important, because I tend to see it more as a holistic organism that has to be conditioned in many ways, not just physically, emotionally, psychologically. There's a holistic program that you have to follow, and I don't think you can just do one of this thing or just only do this. I think there needs to be a variety of stimuli, but I think it's all good. It's very, very good.
I'm definitely happy with that swim. It's pretty consistent. That's like almost exactly what I went at the Austin Grand Prix. And it's little things that you have to adjust to here in the Arizona sun. I don't think my body's used to losing as much water as it was losing today. Really had to compensate for that. I think next time I come around, or if I was to do this again for the 100 freestyle tomorrow, I would probably spend a little more time indoors, a little more time near some air conditioning, and that's all great stuff because come Irvine, it's going to be hot in August, so we're going to have to deal with that kind of stuff.
You were up pretty fast. Is that where you wanted to be at the 50?
Yeah, anybody can be out really fast, but they can't come home fast. So, going out in a 23.0 and having a good balanced 5 low coming back is right where I wanted to be at this point.
Anyone?
How's training going right now? What's the big focus at this point in the season?
It's going well, and honestly, it's been so long since a lot of us have raced. It's been since Austin, so the focus was to come here and try to swim well, and then go back and figure out what we need to work on. You know, so I think it'll probably just be on the right track. We're on the right track after seeing that. Again, it's going to be working on some second 50, you know, coming home speed. I think, especially in these days, you're not winning a 100 freestyle long course unless you're coming back in under a 25.
Hayden, I know you've been asked the question already, but how does it feel to see Michael Phelps back?
It's great. It's great for everybody, I think. You know, I'm sad that he's not in that 100 freestyle. I would love to swim with him. I think he's going to be an incredible addition to our relays. I couldn't be more excited about that 400 freestyle relay. You know, unfortunately, we're not going to be swimming against the world, but this summer at least. But we're certainly going to be swimming against some great competition in Australia and, you know, some of the other teams that'll go to Pan Pacs. So that's great.
And the stands are full today, so I guess it's, you know, good atmosphere as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a great atmosphere. You know, unfortunately, I was in drug testing till I just got back, maybe 30 seconds too late to watch him swim, but I'm sure he did great.
So with that comment, you must be pretty confident that he's going to make the Pan Pac team.
Yeah. Everybody knew he was gonna. Everybody knows he's gonna make the Pan Pac team. He's an incredible athlete, and you know, I think, you know, he talks about how he's having fun now and everything, and I think that can only help him. You know, relearning and rediscovering your love for the sport. You know, anything can happen, and if you're having a good time, you're gonna do well.
When you speak about pleasure and have fun, is it inspiring for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's what we strive to do every day in practice, at Cal at least. You know, when it becomes too monotonous and it feels like work, then I think that's when you're not going to be as efficient at attaining the results you're looking for.
Hey Claire, good job tonight, 59.0. How do you feel about it?
Thanks. Good. You know, I was really hoping to go under 59, but you know, it's I think half a second faster than last year, and I've been really working on a lot of things. So I'm kind of excited about this race. You know, learn a lot from just this race alone, and then hopefully every time I swim it, get a little bit faster, and get ready for August.
Okay, what did you learn in this race? You mentioned you're learning things from each race.
Yeah.
What are you picking up here in Mesa?
Well, you know, the past few months I've been really trying to focus on a lot of different things and add different things to my stroke, like keeping my kicks consistent in my actual swimming, something like accelerating the back half of my stroke, and so all those things are starting to add up, and it's hard to think about all of them. So currently I'm trying to make it become automatic. The more I practice it, especially at a meet, I think the better I'm going to get at it. So today I think I just need to keep doing that and making sure that's going to be automatic when I go to those big meets.
You said you're working on a lot of things in practice. Apart from what you mentioned, what are some of those other things? The last time we spoke to you, you're traveling a lot right now, training in a bunch of different locations. Where are you at right now?
Right now I'm in Bowling Green, back in Western Kentucky University. I just got back from New Zealand a few weeks ago, which was an incredible experience. I mean, it's one of my favorite places I've ever been to so far, and just to be able to get something different, I think really helped kind of open my mind up and try to really see what's going to be best for me in my swimming. Like I said, like kind of keeping my kick consistent with my butterfly. You're supposed to do two kicks per stroke, and just making sure, you know, something like that maybe make, you know, a tenth, a hundredth of a second faster, but I think it's that important, you know, to make just those little differences.
Can you share a little bit about your New Zealand experience? What was going on there?
Well, I was there for 3 weeks, just kind of a training trip while my team was at conference and MCs and stuff like that. So for me, it was just kind of a good time to get away and really work on different training, I think, and kind of, like I said, get a different perspective on what I'm actually doing.
So good 200 free. 149?
Thanks, but I thought that was my worst race. That was horrible.
The 100 fly yesterday, 51.9, and that's got to be your best untapered, unshaped 100 fly ever.
That was my best in-season time by over a second. I don't know, I felt, I've been changing my strokes around, and the fly is the stroke that's like been actually clicking a lot easier than my other ones. So.
And then the free today, so you're surprised with such a big difference going so fast in the fly with going to the 149 tonight.
No, my 200 free tonight was lousy. I don't know. It just wasn't there tonight. And I came out with a win. The time, for me, I thought was not good. But, you know, there's still time for improvement.
Your arms seem to be a lot higher out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, all my strokes you're going to see at this meet have all changed.
Your freestyle is pretty straight arm.
Yeah, I'm going more for a sprinter stroke.
Why are you making that change?
I'm getting older, and the longer events are not getting any easier. So I'm trying to work my way down to the sprinter events.
Why did you scratch the two back tonight?
I mean, I just started training back from my injury. I just started training, so I wasn't ready for that double yet. I think it would have hurt me more than helped me. But, I mean, I'm still going to be training for the next month or so for Charlotte, so I'll be doing a lot of doubles there.
Why are you now more focused on the 100 side?
I mean, I'm not more focused for that event. It's just another event that I just want to do. Keeping my options open coming into 2016. I mean, I can't say my focus is on the 100 fly. It's just an event that it's fun and I want to do it.
How's your knee feeling?
It's feeling all right. Had to do a set after that 2 free in the warm down and had to do some breaststroke. Didn't feel so hot. But I'm doing 2 IM tomorrow, and I'm gonna push it in the breaststroke and see what happens, if my knee can handle that or not. But I think right now I would say it's about 90–95%.
Anything else drastically changing in your strokes other than a straighter arm freestyle?
On my fly, I'm not picking up my head to breathe anymore. I'm keeping it like really flat on the surface of the water. Backstroke, I'm doing a more shallow pull. Breaststroke, well, I really haven't done breaststroke yet, so we'll find out tomorrow.
Katie, you were under world record paces at 300. In hindsight, was that a good decision or a bad decision?
Oh, I don't know. It was just how I swim it.
It's not a decision you made.
It wasn't a decision of any sort. It was just getting out and putting together good swim.
Well, knowing that you're under your world record pace here in April, in season, I mean, what do you think about that?
I'm very happy with that swim. I think it was a few tenths faster than what it was here last year, so that's a good sign. And with a little bit of wind, it was a little different this year, but I'm very happy with it.
So you think that the conditions here had some kind of effect on your race today?
I mean, I'm sure it's had. I'm not going to complain about it at all. I mean, Mesa's done such a good job putting on a great meet, so I can't complain about the weather. It's so beautiful here, so it definitely, I have to do a little more of a gallop stroke, I think, on the way down to try to stay ahead of the wind. You can kind of feel the water hitting you in a little different way, but it was a fun race, fun conditions, I guess, and happy with the time.
As we talk a lot about the new rivalry you have with Lochte Fries, does your mentality change whenever the two of you race, even in season?
No, not really. Fun to race, great international competition here at these Grand Prix, and looking forward to future races.
Well, the Winter Championship season has come to a close. A lot of these swimmers were right on target. Ryan Lochte ended up capturing his 21st medal at the Short Course World Championships. Katie Ledecky set multiple world records over the last few months. Now, unfortunately for Bob Bowman, his attention on Michael had to take a complete 180. But thanks for watching the Morning Swim Show today. I'm Tiffany Elias. Have a great weekend.